2nd today. I finished doing most of the props, so today I'm going to do a little test. And every decent horror film usually has a bit of blood in it, so this film's going to be no different. So what I'm going to do is I need to do a test where someone's finger gets jammed in the door and there's a little bit of spurt of a bit of blood. So this is going to be the door. I've got some fake blood and I've got a little bit of sponge, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some blood in this sponge, and then I'm going to hold it in my hand, and then I'm going to have it against the door frame, and then the door is going to come onto the hand during the film, and I'm just going to try and squeeze the sponge to see if the blood will come through the finger. So that's all I'm going to try and test today. But what I also wanted to show you is give you a first look at the inside of the cupboard. So this is going to be the actual cupboard for the film. This is Alice's cupboard in her bedroom. So this is how it's kind of going to look. I'll just duck down a little second. There you go. So all these clothes are girls' clothes. They're basically my sister's clothes that she was going to throw out. So I've just kept all of these, or she was going to send them to a charity shop. So I've just kept these. They will eventually go to a charity shop afterwards. And then on the top I've just put some like little storage boxes, some kind of purses and scarves and little kind of tins. So this is kind of Alice's little kind of collection of things where she stores stuff. And then down here we've got a couple of boxes where Alice keeps her books. See, she's got some more books in here, kind of, you know, just things that you've put away over the years. A laundry basket where she puts her dirty clothing. So when it comes to doing the actual shoot of the film, there's a scene that takes place inside this cupboard. Now, obviously I can't get, well, I need to, well, what the scene involves is there's two actors inside the cupboard. So in order to shoot that, we would effectively have to have the camera operator, the sound guy, the sound equipment, me as director in there with a monitor, kind of watching everything what's going on. But that's going to be physically impossible to do in such a small space. So we're going to actually shoot the bulk of that scene in a different room downstairs, which has the same colour walls as this. So all we're going to do is shoot against the wall, and I've got like a little portable clothing rail. So what I'll do is I'll take some of these clothes off of this rail, put them onto that rail, and kind of just stand them alongside the wall and where the action's going to take place, so it'll look like it's inside of the cupboard. So we'll just cheat that. There is going to be a little bit of action that takes place that we can film in here, so we can get the, because what I'm going to do is when we do that, I'm going to take all of this stuff out so we can actually get the camera physically in here. I'm going to do like kind of a couple of shots kind of looking out into the bedroom from inside the cupboard. So those will be quite easy to do, whereas the main action with the actors kind of doing stuff inside of here is going to be downstairs. So this is Alice's cupboard. So the next thing I'm going to do is to show you that little blood test. Right, so what I'm going to do is put a bit of blood onto this sponge. Not quite sure how much I need to put on, but I'm going to put a good dose on it. And then all I'm going to do is put my hand against there, and we'll see if we can get some blood coming through. Not a lot. Not a lot. I think I'll have to put a lot more on here than what I've got on currently, because there's not much on here, to be honest. And this is just blood that I've used on a previous film, Melanie's Grave. This is what was left over from a big bloody scene that we had in there. Right, so this is going to be, I don't know how this is going to work. Like, I don't know whether it's like just going to have, say that kind of works, but it's getting the actual sponge and hand up there before the blood starts to come out, because it's already kind of on my hands as I put the sponge up there. Not too sure how that's going to work physically. What we'll see initially is we'll see the hand kind of jammed in the door frame, and then we'll cut away to another shot, and then we'll come back and we'll see the blood starting to come out. So we could effectively just have that already there with blood kind of coming out for that second part of the shot. So that may work from that point of view. But you can imagine that this is going to be quite messy, especially if we're doing a few takes of this. We're going to have to clean all of this up between every single take. This fake blood that I've got, it is kind of, it is washable, like, so it does come out fairly easily on stuff. So I think I'll do another quick test of that. I think this is going to be pretty difficult to do actually. So if we've got the finger there, it needs to be a lot more than that. It needs to be a lot more blood applied to the sponge than that. The thing is, if you put loads on, if you put like too much on, and it tends to just run all over, but that's not coming out really well, that, like, to be honest. I think I might have to find a better solution than this, to be honest. I mean, what they'd probably do on a set that's got more budget is have some kind of tube kind of running up the actor's arm, and then a little pliant kind of thing, so the blood can be controlled by another person, and it would just kind of spurt out as, you know, as they needed it, and the actor themselves wouldn't have to really worry about the flow of the blood because someone else would be controlling that. Right, so I've got another idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick some more blood on this, and then I'm going to physically shut the door, and I'm going to have the sponge, try and get the sponge kind of there so it's covered by the door frame and comes out on top of the fingers. I'm going to try that way. So just bear with me while I stick some more blood on this. This is going to be quite bloody. Shut the door, let's have a look, see what we can do. So if the door was hiding that, right. Don't know what that looked like, so I haven't seen it, so I'm going to play that back on the camera and have a look. Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to work too well, to be honest. I think I'm going to have to try and come up with another method of blood delivery. I think if I can do the old tube up the arm kind of trick, figure that's a cheap way of doing that. Maybe that would be the way to go. But yeah, thinking cap back on, try and come up with another solution. So you can expect another blood test video at some point down the line. So yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit.